My thoughts on the design industry prior to graduation were I really had no idea what to expect. And it was a scary transition for me because I anticipated the worst. I thought wherever it was, if I was hired, wherever I was going to work, I wouldn't know enough to handle the workload or to prove myself as a designer. I think that's partly because my education in undergrad was so compartmentalized. I had no idea what to expect when entering the design industry. I was terrified to enter it. I lacked confidence. I didn't know what would be expected of me if I were to be hired. And now that I'm a designer and I'm working professionally, I feel a lot more relaxed. I decided at 26 that I wanted to pursue my undergraduate education, a career in graphic design and illustration. And it really stemmed from, panic and the fear of failing to launch. I spent probably the first 7-8 years of my adult life really just trying to figure out what it is that I wanted to do. And in that time, I just did a lot of minimum wage jobs like waiting on tables, valeting cars, warehouse work, making pizzas. And I feel like I'm at an advantage because giving myself that time to really stretch myself out, figure out exactly what it was that's important to me, which is creativity. My identity, I can attribute that directly to my parents. My mother, she was a photo retoucher, and my dad was a police officer. And they both were very supportive of me being creative throughout my childhood and my young adult life. Growing up, I anticipated that my dad would want me to go into law enforcement, and he talked about it at great length, and I felt like in a lot of ways he was preparing me for it. And as I got older, I realized that maybe that wasn't the career for me, and I wasn't sure if that was something that I wanted to do, and I felt a lot of apprehension towards pursuing that or figuring out my own path.